Hi everyone, welcome to the Lyman PR blog. Today we're going to take a look at how some of the biggest companies are taking advantage of blogs to not only communicate with their consumers, but also to increase their branding and thought leadership in their industries. So let's start off with Google. As with any of their other sites or products, the Google blog really focuses on simplicity. So looking through the Google blog here, any of the features that I'm going to highlight, these are the bare minimum that you should have on your blog. We have a nice description of the site, which is important because different companies these days use the blog as a different platform. So it should be clear to the visitor as to exactly what kind of information they can expect from the site. We also have a nice search tool here, another must on your website and your blog. A link to your RSS feed so visitors can easily sign up to receive updates, and also a nice archive of your previous blog posts, not only chronologically by month, but also by tags and subject topics, as they've done here. They have a couple of more features which I would say are more optional. An email sign up to the newsletter, list of more recent posts, as well as an email and a link for providing feedback. If we look at the content here, you'll see a lot of pictures, very colorful, lots of interactive content like slideshows and videos, and also a lot of hyperlinking, which is something to really keep in mind when you're drafting your blogs, is to not only hyperlink to other websites and other blogs, but to hyperlink internally to your previous blog posts. So overall, Google is more a starter page, something I'd look to for the bare minimum. Let's take it up a notch and go to Coca-Cola here. Now looking at Coca-Cola, definitely they've taken it a step up from Google, lots of branding, Coca-Cola logo everywhere. They have a nice feature here for collectors to evaluate their collectibles. Again, we see the search tool and a description of the blog. One thing I like here, which makes the blog more personable, is a description of the team that blogs on this site, as well as direct links to their social media presence like Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Once again, we have the topics and blog posts segmented by category and listed nicely, as well as a chronological archive. So Coca-Cola, another simple blog if you just want the basics, great example. We're going to switch over now to Zappos, which has a similar layout to Coca-Cola and Google. What I'd like to highlight here is really the kind of content that Zappos produces. Now, Zappos as a brand, as a company, is really known for its customer service and employees, so they do a great job of really making the site more personable. You'll see a lot of YouTube videos featuring their employees and customers. They also have a special microblog dedicated to content produced by the Zappos team and Zappos employees. They have a weekly sitcom show produced by their employees. So that's just a nice touch to make it more personable. You'll see that they have actually a direct feed from their Facebook page and their Twitter. So if you've invested a lot of money and resources into your Facebook page, it's nice to have a direct feed like this on your blog. Now next up, we're going to Southwest. Now this one has really done a great job of incorporating all the best features. You see a nice branded background, the video posts, the social media stream. All these elements are branded and personalized to fit their theme. They've also segmented their blog posts so that it's really easy for the visitor to find exactly what they're looking for. If you're looking only for videos, you can go to this microsite. If you're looking only for podcasts or written content, you can visit a separate microsite here. Looking to the right here, again, the ever popular search tool. And lots of links again to their online presence, their website, as well as their social media presence here. They also feature a nice little photo of the day contest from their Flickr feed, another way to make it more personable and interesting for your visitors. And they've also included a nice little picture of the blogger who's writing a specific post. Again, a nice personal touch, making it, really different from something like the southwest.com website. That's a lot more professional and formal. Another great thing to learn from Southwest is their calls to action featured prominently over here on the top right. If you're not familiar with what a call to action is, it's basically giving the visitor an idea of what they can do next to be more involved with your brand. So now that they've visited the Southwest blog, what else can they do to interact with Southwest? Well, they can join their community, log in, or connect via Facebook. So just a couple of other things to learn from Southwest here. Now moving on to FedEx, which has to be my #1 favorite. They've done a great job of incorporating all the other features we've talked about, like the blog search, the description. They also have a nice Twitter feed that's branded and a list of featured bloggers. Again, the chronological archives organized in a much more user-friendly manner than just a list. And again, the conversation cloud of blog topics. Now this is a much nicer way, much more visual way of showcasing your previous blog posts. Another nice touch is this revolving slideshow they have here of all the top stories. This is something you'd expect to find maybe in a media blog, something like the Huffington Post or New York Times, but to find it on a corporate blog, it's a pretty nice touch. Now FedEx as a company might seem a bit boring. I mean, it's a shipping company. What can they possibly have to say? But I've been really impressed by how FedEx has really generated a lot of interest, a lot of cool topic ideas and discussions around various topics, and so much so in fact that they've segmented it out into 6 different microsites just for their blogs. So you have a community involvement site. FedEx is known for its employees, so they have a team member stories section. They also try to highlight their sustainability initiatives and ideas with this Earth Smart micropage. And they also have a business expertise microsite. Now FedEx as a company, a lot of people look to FedEx to see what their executives are up to, as well as their stance on different topics and issues in the business world. So they've really leveraged that public interest and created this site. They also have a sports and entertainment section, which at first I found interesting. I mean, what could FedEx possibly have to do with sports and entertainment? But when I clicked on the site, I found a nice little description of exactly what the microsite was about and what kind of blog posts I could expect. So nice little description here. So essentially they're promoting their advertising and sports sponsorships through this microsite. So overall, if you're looking for a great example of a corporate blog, I definitely suggest browsing through FedEx. We're going to end now with Pepsi. Now Pepsi is a huge company, so they have a blog portal featuring at least 6 to 7 different blogs, as you can see here. But it's just a nice place to aggregate all their blogs together. Again, you have the Twitter feed. Performance notes, similar to FedEx, Pepsi is really taking advantage of, public interest in their company and utilized that interest to create a microsite about their executives and about their business mission and so on. You'll see that a lot of the content, it's not just about me. They're not really always talking about Pepsi. They're talking about global issues, global events, things like social media, corporate responsibility, and so on and so forth. So after FedEx, Pepsi is another great blog to browse through for some ideas. And that's all I have for you guys today. We hope you enjoyed the video and found it informative. Do let us know your thoughts and feedback in the comments section below, and we hope to see you again soon on the Lyman PR blog.